How's it going, YouTube? Navysooner here. So today we're going to be talking about this gun. Not necessarily just the gun, but the slide that I have on the gun. So the slide is an AIM Surplus 2S RMR cut slide for Glock 17 Gen 3s. It is called 2S because of double serrations. See here, you got forward and rear serrations. So you can do press checks if you want to feel all froggy. And it's also got a RMR cut slide, like it says in the description. I have on it a Holosun HS507C, which I really like that red dot. I haven't used the Trojicon, but I kind of like this one just because of the circle with the dot in it. And so I went with that, and it's much cheaper. Not cheaper, the price is less. It's still, I don't like using the word cheap when something's still good. I also put some Ameriglow suppressor height night sights on it. There we go. And it's got some tritium in there to keep it going at night. One thing about this gun, or not this gun, but this slide, when I got it, I didn't know something about it. It's not a bad thing, but I just want to let y'all know about this slide. So I'm going to take it apart real quick. All right, I got this Glock taken apart. So something you need to know when you buy this is I was trying to put the striker channel liner in here, and it was getting all messed up every time I tried to put one in. I ordered like 3 of them because I thought, oh man, I keep screwing this up, even though I had the tool for it. Well, the thing is, you don't need the tool. You don't even need the liner, because AIM Surplus had them design this slide to where you didn't need a liner in it. So that's pretty cool that it's one less part, but they don't put it out on their website that you don't need a liner on it. So I'm putting that out there now for you. How I found out that you don't need a liner is I contacted AIM Surplus by email, and that's how they told me. With this gun, the whole thing, I originally ordered the Glock 17 Gen 3 Police Trade-In. Now, most people, when they order a slide, they order all the different parts for it and don't use original parts, or if they're going with a polymer 80, they have to get all brand new parts. Well, the reason I didn't order any is because I just used everything from the Police Trade-In. The barrel was great, didn't even look like it had been shot, and all the parts weren't worn at all. So I have all the original parts from that Glock 17 Police Trade-In that I have. Now, one thing to note is these frames will fit on Gen 4 frame. These slides will fit on Gen 4 frames, and there will be a little bit of a gap between. It'll look like there's a little gap right here when you put it on. So what you're gonna do is there is an adapter that you can buy to put in there. It'll still run without that adapter, but it's got a little hole in there and it looks kind of weird. Or you can just buy a polymer 80 slide, or a polymer 80 frame, and throw that on there and you'll be just fine. So another reason people want to go with polymer 80s is because of the finger grooves. I don't have any issues with the finger grooves. This isn't a review about the Glock 17, it's about the slide. And the slide is working great. I've got about 750 rounds through it, and I know that's not much, but it's still enough to be able to tell you that this thing is doing amazing. Not having any issues, especially since I'm having all the original Glock parts in it. For the price, which this is $179.95, this is one of the lowest priced Glock slides that you can find out there. And with that price plus the price of the Gen 3 Police Trade-In, you can't beat what I got for that. I mean, a lot of the MOSs are going for much more expensive than what this gun cost me. They also make this for the Glock 19, and I'm thinking about getting one of those slides for my Glock 19 as well. So all in all, I'm very happy with this slide, and I fully recommend you going out and getting it, especially if you're strapped on a budget. because kind of like lowers from AR-15s that are all mil-spec, that's going to run just as well as a $500 slide is going to run you. And if you buy the police trade-in and use all of the parts from it for your slide, you're not going to have any issues. So that being said, go buy you one of those slides. They're great. Navysooner out.